Bro, have y'all realized that the middle class has been kept in the same exact spot for years and years and years on end? And that's on purpose. They give them just enough to say, oh, I don't need more. Into which it may be true. But they're siphoning off their energy, off of their hard work, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, they could be getting so much more without even lifting a single finger. Just like the people they're working for. And when a person finally breaks free, you wanna know what happens? That's right, they're in competition with the big boys. Everybody is in competition in this big game of business. In this game of business, you're competing with so many different companies to the point where skin color don't even freaking matter at this point. Everybody after your head. And that's really why I keep saying race really isn't a factor here. And I still believe that. While yes, you still have those very few people who are still racist, I don't know why, but still. We are in a new day and age where people my age and older are able to live comfortably. No, let me retract that. We are in a day and age where my generation really see, you know what, I'm finna cuss. We really see the bullshit coming from a mile away, especially with these companies and these people that we quote unquote work for. And they claim my generation quiet quits or is not doing enough. There's a reason why. Like, do you not think that we don't know what y'all trying to do? You not finna have us end up like our freaking parents, especially mentally. My generation has information at the tip of their fingertips to the point where we're making smarter decisions based off of the information given by the people who actually made it and based off of what we shouldn't do based on our own parents. And now we realize and we really see the truth behind the veil. It was never about race. It was never about sexuality or age. It was always about power. It was always a power struggle from the beginning, no matter what you call it, no matter what it was, no matter who it was. Julius Caesar, power. The Greeks in Athens, power. The Romans, power. Egyptians, may I go on? Even now in freaking America, power. That's all this game is. And when you realize that people just want power, like you don't even have to know the reason why. Just knowing that they want power, you know how to maneuver throughout this entire freaking world. If all they want is power, then we just find ways not to give it to them or to strip it. The only issue is people conform. People have just enough not to do anything, but not enough to the point where they can complain. But they be like, oh, at least I got food, at least I got lights, at least I got water. But what happens when that gets taken away? I'll tell you what happens. Oh, revolt. America has been going through a lot of turmoil, domestically speaking. We're not even finna talk about international freaking affairs. Here in the domestic regions, I hope y'all know before a world war would ever start, a civil war would commence in this freaking United States of America. And it won't even be a group of states versus a group of states. You wanna know what it is gonna be? What it is right now? It's citizens versus political leaders and businessmen / women. Because don't think that anybody that's your color is for you. If they have the same mentality as those types of people, they'll snake you out. That's just a harsh truth that people just have to listen to. To the people in the back. Just because they black, that don't mean they for you. But you hear this all the time. You hear people like me or different types of people say the same things over and 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 over again. And to those of you who chose to watch this far, you're probably asking, what's the point of you telling us this if none of us or even them are gonna make a move? Well, this is a prediction. I have a history of scarily and accurately predicting something. Granted, I can't prove that on here. So if you don't believe me, I can completely understand that. But just so you know before I say this, not only have what I've been saying came true, more than what I thought would happen actually happens. So take that in mind. Keep that in the back of your skull when I say this. The moment when food is not available for people, that is when you'll have a revolt. The moment when people can't get water no more, that is when you'll have a revolt. People can live without freaking lights. But we're talking about a necessity here. Even to the point where people can't even get basic necessities nowadays. All they're focused on is just food and water. When it reaches that point, that's when people are gonna revolt. And I hear you saying, oh, what about the army men? What about the people that those businessmen hire? You wanna know what's gonna happen? They're either gonna be paid off with food or some of those army men are gonna join to save their own freaking families. And I guarantee you the latter is 10 times out of 10 gonna happen. Because which army man, which person that serves their country is really gonna hurt? I ain't even gonna say their citizens. Who's really gonna hurt their own freaking family? Like the majority of freaking army men are human beings. Y'all forget that about them. They are human beings. You can't just pay people off, especially when you're threatening their own freaking family with your actions. So what do you think is about to happen? I'll tell you what, those same exact men and women are gonna use those skills. Those they will use those skills against those who try to get them paid off. And we haven't even gotten into how God plays in all this. Have y'all noticed the seismic activity and the weather lately? Across the globe? Not even across the globe, specifically in America. God is making it known that God is here. This omnipotent being is about to shake up the entire system. And when that happens, you're gonna see floods in the east and west coast, tornadoes in the Midwest, earthquakes and all. Keep in mind those earthquakes, which is gonna tie into what I was talking about before. Those army men turn on those rich men and rich women, you wanna know what's gonna happen? As well as the politicians, you wanna know what's gonna happen? That's right, everybody's gonna try to go underground or hunker in a bunker. And the irony behind that, which is kind of funny but not really, is the fact that no matter where you go, all it takes is just an earthquake to stop you. That's all it takes. What, you think you're gonna fly in space? Good luck with the solar flares. Good luck with the asteroid belt, or any asteroid that's coming straight towards your spaceship. Oh, you're hiding underground? Oh, good luck with freaking thermal regulation and power consumption. Good luck with trying to survive a freaking cataclysmic earthquake. No matter how much money you have, no matter how smart and intelligent your planning is, you can't get away with nature. You can't get away from nature. You can't get away from God when it's to your time. As a matter of fact, the only thing all of us have in common is life and death. No matter who we are, we all bleed the same. So when death comes knocking at your door, don't be surprised. Because no matter how good of a planner you are, and I've experienced this firsthand, no matter how smart and intelligent your plans may be, there is always something that you didn't account for that always backfires. Especially if you're a negative person. If you're a positive person, that's a different story. But hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles. So to sum it all up, you're gonna see a whole bunch of people in power instantly lose that power. And you will see exactly how strong you truly are, your whole community is, and you will see how weak, how fragile, and how pathetic those in power truly are when these events start to happen. Well, they're already in the beginning stages. Just trust my word for now. And if you don't, just keep an eye out. Word is that pretty soon, the evidence is just going to present itself. All in due time, though. But yeah, you'll be safe, but know that there's going to be turmoil. And when that happens, that's when you know it truly began. And as always, stay peaceful, blessed up, miracle up, and others. You will appreciate what's taken care of by divine and wonderful Allah, high source, God, as well as everyone that truly and genuinely and never cares about you deeper than the souls. Always remember that here you are loved. We care about you here. If no one else does, we do. I do know that no matter what, we are always here to give you that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. We're here for you, okay? Come in for this hug. Yeah, come in. You can always hit up my YouTube on the community tab. We're here for you when you need to talk. Go ahead and comment over there. I'll listen. And as always, a shape is out of you.